because less than 3% of you people read books. Listen to me. Television is not the truth. Television is a goddamn amusement park. Television is a circus, a carnival, a traveling troupe of acrobats, storytellers, dancers, singers, jugglers, sideshow freaks, lion tamers, and football players. We'll tell you anything you want to hear. We lie like hell. We'll tell you any shit you want to hear. We deal in illusions, man. None of it is true. You're beginning to believe the illusions. This is mass madness, you maniac. In God's name, you people are the real thing. We are the illusion. We're in a lot of trouble because less than 3% of you people read books. Listen to me. Television is not the truth. Television is a goddamn amusement park. Television is a circus, a carnival.
There we go. There we go. The intro wanted to play twice today for some reason. You want to say hello to the people, Sharif, and not look like you got, you know?
What's up, everybody? Yeah, welcome to Indian Bar Television. Yep, this is we.
I'm drummer.
Troy Everett.
That was funny, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
you got me confused on that one.
Yeah, so
What to do?
we were testing some things out, and we forgot to take the video off a loop. So we got some really cool things.
You, not we.
But we're a collective, right? I make a mistake, you guys make a mistake. That's just how it is. It's all love. So we screwed up the broadcast. But anywho, how was your week, you guys? We got to do our roll call. How was everybody's week?
Who we got out there? Talk to us. Talk to us. Talk to us.
How y'all doing?
Yeah, we got a great show for you today. I don't hear the music, drummer.
It's on there.
Oh, okay.
You hear it now?
Yep, I hear it a little bit. There we go. Got to make sure our audio guys up to snuff there. So what we got out there? Let's go ahead and see. We've got London Brown, all the way from the Grand Raggedy. Good evening. This is Beatrice Barnes.
Thank you for joining in.
Thank you for joining in, everybody. Christy Brown, I'm here, but I'm going to be quiet. No, you can go ahead and jump in anytime you want. We're just messing with you.
I'm sitting up here laughing off.
Nene,
and I ain't doing
Blessing Kings. Why, thank you, Nene. Thank you for joining us. We got a great show today. We've got a specialist that'll be coming on. Thank you for tuning in. It is National Life Insurance Awareness Month. So we're going to be talking about life insurance. There's some pretty cool things that you can do with life insurance I don't think we really know about. It's kind of got a bad stigma in our community. What do you think, Sharif?
Man, life insurance is not everybody wants life insurance because some people save their own money, and some people get life insurance, to pass it out to your family. If you pass away, you pass it out to your family. But than that, now I'm noticing that it's an investment.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely an investment. And Joya Turner will be on in a little bit, and she's going to talk to us about what you can do with life insurance. There was a piece that we watched, if you go to the Facebook page of Waka Flocka. So what Waka Flocka did.
Show it.
Should I show it?
Yeah, show it.
Well, give me a minute to get it up.
Oh, dang, I put you on the spot.
Yeah, you put me on the spot. I wasn't ready for that one. Anyways, so basically what Waka Flocka did was he got a life insurance policy, put $3 million into the life insurance policy, and it was gaining interest and over the years. And so he borrows from that interest on that life insurance policy. to do whatever he wants with, tax free. So that's what they said, tax free. I am not a specialist on life insurance or any of that stuff, but the person we'll have on, Joya Turner, will definitely tell us whether you can do that or not.
Yes.
So if you got, some money laying around and put into a life insurance policy, guess what? It's going to accrue interest. And you can borrow that interest off your life insurance policy. Again, I'm not an expert. We're going to have Joy on. We're going to ask her these questions.
Yes, Joy.
So
Who else
before
we got?
she come, go ahead, drummer.
I said, who else we got out there? I think I see Marche Brown says hello. Marche, thanks for joining in.
Thanks for joining in, Marche. Really appreciate it.
Marche.
Yeah. So tonight we're up against the Browns versus the Steelers. Man, we can't catch a break, can we? You guys want to learn about life insurance, man.
No, they want to watch that stupid football game. Ain't none of them teams no good, right?
The Steelers, I don't know. They're pretty good, I guess. I don't know.
All I know is they have a black coach. That's all I know about the Steelers. I don't know.
Yeah.
No disrespect, Steeler fans. No disrespect.
Yeah, you don't want to piss off the Steeler fan base.
Oh, we got Art Ryan. Art Ryan's watching.
Art Ryan is posted up. Thank you, Art, for coming on. We got all our regulars on today, showing us some love. That's a beautiful thing. We're gonna be making some changes in the near future. We'll see some pretty cool stuff on the show. So make sure you tune in, and make sure you share. Yo, what's up, Art? Art Ryan.
What's up, Art?
Make sure you share, whether you're on Twitter, Facebook, or what's the other one? YouTube. If you're on those, make sure you share the video, get it out there. Some really good information that will get you get on the shows, and some of it's entertainment. But mostly we want to get, you guys some really cool information.
On life insurance, y'all.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about today, life insurance. How many of you out there have life insurance and know exactly what that policy can do for you? Go ahead and chime in on the comments and let us know. Stop it. So let us know. Do you know what that policy can really do for you? If not, like I said, we'll have two professionals on tonight. Joya will be one. Oh Lord, my phone froze.
Well, what you're seeing, Troy, is me commenting to people.
Oh, that's what that is? Okay.
Chrissy to stop it, but see, I didn't know it comes on the phone. It's showing me that I'm replying to a specific person, but on here, it's just showing what up. So you're like,
man. So Venice Ewing is the other person. I don't know if she's related to Pat Ewing. We'll ask her when she gets on. But yeah, they'll be on in a couple more minutes. We'll talk about that. So what's been going on in the world, drummer? You're the news guy.
Hey, I really haven't been paying attention. I kind of been missing in action for a week. I'm just kind of coming back to reality. So the only thing I can think of is Brett Favre's in trouble, and so is Donald Trump.
Oh yeah, looks like they're getting close.
They're getting pretty close. That's all I'm seeing. What the same old stuff out there. The internet junk. I haven't really been on it. I've been out of commission this week. In a good way, though. In a good way, though.
Sharif. Sharif.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Oh, I'm just, I don't know why you brought me over here, but
put me on the spot.
Policy. Yeah, life insurance policy. That's been, but it all depends on the person. Some people got enough money to pass it out to the family, but some jobs will give it out. Some jobs don't give it out. But back in the day, they used to give them away, and people don't that way, they get it for free. But now they put money into it. They change everything.
Okay, so Art Ryan says, all I know if my wife's a millionaire if I die. Surprise, I'm still alive. Hey, Art, you might be able to take some of that money out now.
Hey, my wife
might be able to take some of that money out now.
A millionaire too, and his wife too.
Yeah, you might want to spend some of that before you croak. So Joya will be on. She'll show us how to do that. T Banks, what's going on? T Banks says, "What's up, Reef?"
Yeah. Okay.
What's up, T Banks? Hey, I
Okay.
wanted to also say welcome, T Banks. Also, Terry Jones Kelly. She's also watching. Who
Terry
else?
Jones, hey, how you doing, Terry
Mrs.
Jones
Vera
Kelly?
Brown.
What's
Thank
up
you for
there?
tuning in, Mrs. Vera Brown. And also T Banks is watching. We're talking life insurance tonight, so you might want to stay tuned to this one because we got somebody that's a professional in this who's gonna tell you what type of plans, what you can do, what you can't do. So I'm gonna learn some stuff today on top of what I already know.
Yeah, it's going to be a good episode. And next week we haven't come up with a topic yet, but we threw one out there, didn't we, drummer? Were we going to do that one or not?
Which one?
The battle of the sexes.
Yeah, I think we should do that one. I think we
Yeah,
should do that.
battle of the sexes. I think we're going to do that next week. We did one that was on marriage. We're going to do the battle of the sexes next week. So make sure you
Battle of
turn in.
Texas. We're gonna do it.
Yeah, thanks for joining. Also, we want you to share.
Share.
Please share.
Do that. I forgot to share.
And also go to the Facebook because we post things for conversational pieces all week long. Comment on those pieces, and more than likely those pieces that you see will be on the show. So that's what we'll be talking about. So that we get the dialogue started on the Facebook already. Oh, what's T Bank say? I owe one of your family members a birthday song. That's right, T Banks. Who you need to come on.
My mama birthday just passed. My sister's birthday just passed. My granddaughter's just passed. So you can blow something for all the ladies of September, let's say.
Yeah, come on. There's a green room link on here somewhere. Let's see.
Put it up. I got it.
Oh, you got it? All right.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
And again, we always say this every week, but you guys are chickens. You're scared. You're scared. All y'all scared.
You
All
know,
y'all. You can come on the show by hitting this green room link and be on the show with us. So I'm getting tired of seeing Sharif and Drummer every week. I want to see some new people.
Yeah, the new people. Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
Sharif.
yeah, Pure Space. Yeah, yeah, he does the movies and stuff. So maybe to come on and talk about how he get to what he's doing right now.
Yeah, definitely, man. Matter of fact, we should have you on next show. You tell us. I know you got some new albums out. You've been in some of the movies with Mo McCoy, doing some movies out there, and I think you guys are in Texas. Believe me, we got shooters on your block. We know what you're doing out there. So let us know whether you can come on the show or not. Lori Hopewell, we thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. West Side Chicago. West Side. We appreciate you. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Tonight, Miss Lori, we were talking about what are we talking about? Life insurance. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about life insurance. I just had a 50-year-old brain fart.
It stank too. I can smell it.
Yeah. Everybody smell like burning plastic.
Man, it was like, what are we talking about?
All right, T Banks. We'll see you next week, man. Make sure you get the link, man. We'll post it up there. You get the link. So we got Joya in the green room. She's waiting to come on.
Bring her on there.
Mr. Hopewell. Sorry about that. Art as a senior moment. Yeah, that definitely was a senior moment. So we're gonna go ahead and bring Joya in, and she's gonna tell us a little bit more about what we don't know about, and that's life insurance. Everybody, welcome Joya Turner. Hey, Joya.
Good evening, guys. How are you?
Doing well. Good to see you
How you
again.
guys doing? Hi, Sharif. You guys are having way too much fun. Where do I apply?
Yeah, we might have to get Joya her own show. That's what we'll do. Yeah, Joya and her people her own show. Anytime you guys want to know about finances, just come on in and learn. I mean, you learn something new every day.
That'll be awesome. I'll be happy to do it.
Okay, so why don't you give a quick introduction? You know, you've been on the show before, but just give us a quick introduction, Joya.
Okay,
Tell the people who you
absolutely.
are.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Joya Turner, and I am in the financial services. I'm a financial professional, and I educate anyone and everyone on financial literacy, how to build legacies, create generational wealth, protect your assets, a plethora of financial things that we all should know, and
Mhm.
give you the secrets on what the wealthy do.
Those are some of the secrets I don't think we have in our community. Because, like we were just talking, Joya, before you came on the show, is when you want to talk, it is. Let me spit this out again. It is National Life Insurance Awareness Month.
Good,
Absolutely.
good.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things we don't know about life insurance. Like we've got a viewer on here. Art said his wife's going to be a millionaire when he dies. So I don't think Art knows that he can possibly take money out of that policy.
Right.
Yeah, and it's all about your goals and what you have, what type of legacies you're trying to create, your reasoning for building generational wealth. Generational wealth is mandatory, but everyone has different reasons for doing it. So, good job, Art. But I can definitely add to that portfolio for you.
Very good. You hear that, Art? You can spend some of that money before you croak.
Absolutely. So, we'll be talking about the types of life insurances tonight. Were you able to get those slides for me, Troy?
I sure did.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, so I've got slide number one, which is, and I'm going to put it over the screen. You go ahead and talk over the graphic, Joya.
Cool beans. Okay, everyone. What is life insurance? Insurance is a legal contract that transfers risk from a policyholder to an insurance company. So I talk about that. I don't know if you guys saw the last show, right? That transfer risk and what is insurance? Insurance is the money you put on your cell phone. Those $2,000 cell phones everybody's running out to get. Insurance is what you pay every month on your vehicles. Insurance is what you pay on your Fashion Nova packages if they don't come on at the day that you need the outfit. So insurance is a transfer of risk. Whenever I sit down with my clients, guys, the first question I ask them is, "What do you want your life insurance to do for you?"
Hmm.
So you see how you guys looking at me? I get that
Mhm.
look each and every time I ask that question.
I can't answer that question though because it's
I
like,
get
okay,
it.
give me
Well,
some.
that's great. So let me tell you what I mean by that. So when I ask my clients, "What do you want your life insurance to do for you?" Most people think that life insurance is about final expenses, burial, funeral, right? But it's so much more. Good example, and I won't go too far into a story about this, but say for example, you are one of my clients. She's a fairly young lady, just a little bit over 30 years old. She has 5 children that are under the age of 12 already. Okay,
Mm.
she's building her life up, but she also only has an annual income of $19,000 a year. But God
Ooh,
forbid, if something happens to her, what's going to happen to her 5 children? I
man.
was able to place her in a policy that will give her children $500,000 if something happened to her. And she was only paying $33 a month. So when I
Oh,
ask you what's your life insurance, what do you want it to do for you? That is an awesome reason.
yes, definitely is. So we've got Miss Ewing, Venice Ewing, that is in the green room, and she's also a partner of Joya's, who's going to be talking about life insurance and some other things. I got a question I want to ask, but you could definitely let's go over real quickly slide number two that you sent me. So I'm
Absolutely.
going to put that
Give
up.
me 2 seconds. I'm so sorry. 2 seconds.
Okay, no problem.
Viewing it right now, Troy, so you don't have to sit.
Okay,
Okay.
we're going to go ahead and bring her in. Hello, how are
Hi,
you, Miss Ewing?
I'm great. Can you guys hear me really well?
Oh,
Yes,
hear you very well, very well. So Joya was just going over some of the life insurance. I think she had to go grab a client, or nope, she's back,
No,
ladies and
you know
gentlemen.
what? I prepared everything, but I didn't plug my laptop up. So forgive me, guys.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right.
Okay.
So we've got Joya. Oh, and also Terry Jones Kelly says, "Hey, Joya." She wanted
Hey,
to.
Terry.
And we wanted to make sure that we get to these comments also. So
I
Joe was
appreciate
going
that.
over that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the slide up.
Mhm.
So the next one is this slide here. So if you could just talk over what this means.
Okay, so today I would like to bring to your attention the types of policies. A lot of people don't know what type of policy they have. I also have clients that say, "Oh, well, I have life insurance already." That's great. Do you know what you have? Oh no, I just threw it in the drawer. I just know I'm covered. So that's when I say to them, let's do a review. So that I make sure that my clients are aware of what type of life insurance they have and potential clients of what type of life insurances are out there. So the
Mhm.
proper protection comes down to two types of policies. You have term and you have permanent. Term is that temporary policy I just gave an example of the young lady with 5 kids.
Mhm.
Her income is challenged. She needs to cover her family. She needs to make sure that her family, again, create a legacy and that they'll be good if God forbid, if something happened to her. So that type of policy is what I will offer to a client that's in that type of need.
Okay.
The good thing about the term policy, which term means temporary, is that there's also a rider, all right? And it's called living benefits. So, Troy, I want to piggyback off of using that policy while you're here versus
Mhm.
when you're gone. God forbid you're working, you go to the doctor, you learn you have a critical illness. It's going to take you off work for the next 6 months to a year. You have a $500,000 policy. These type of policies, they don't accumulate cash. You can't borrow from them at will. However, whenever you're in a critical state, you can draw down up to 75, maybe even 80%, depending on the carrier of that $500,000 to pay your medical bills, take care of your household expenses, your mortgages, your needs, whatever you need while you're down that 6 months to a year until you get your health back and you're able to get back to work. It's
Okay.
great, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
And so I do hear sometimes, term, yeah, that's not the best. People think permanent. They think, oh, I want to get the cash. I want to accumulate. I want to be able to borrow against it. Well, we'll talk about those type of policies later on in the show. But the term policy is one of the ones that I like to emphasize on because it's frowned upon because it doesn't accumulate cash. But I most certainly want to be able to draw down that type of money in the event that I can't work and take care of my family and myself.
Can you have both?
You can have both. I like to
Okay.
call it hybrid.
Mhm.
If you can afford it, I recommend it. All right. But the good thing about it is it's okay to start off with the term. You can always convert that, change that over later on when your income increases or when your financial situation changes. But
Okay.
you're always covered. And these term policies, which are temporary, it sounds short lived, but these can go up as much as 30 years. So that 30-year-old young lady that I helped with that $500,000 policy, she doesn't have to worry about her kids in that aspect for the next 30 years.
Okay. So, Nini.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just answered her question. I told her we'll
Oh,
put
you
it
did? Okay. Yeah. She
Okay,
she
good.
said, "Blessing Queen, can you send the contact information?" So, drummer is going to get that contact information for you, Nini.
or
And
I say Joya would say her contact information. Just
yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
stay tuned.
most definitely, Nene. Thank you for that. I'll be happy to assist you in
read
any
that
way.
one, Joy. Read that one.
Okay. Do you have to pay the cash back that you borrowed against? If you do, what's the expected amount of time to pay back? And is there interest? That's what Art wanted to know.
Okay, you wanna chime in on that one, Venice?
I would definitely love to, Joya. Again,
That's
thank you guys for
especially
having me. We're
Thank
always on the go. So I'm sitting in my truck right now because I wanted to be due diligence to the show.
Well, we appreciate it.
you. Yeah, we do. Thank you.
So I want you guys to know when you're speaking of life insurance, there's different products, there's different types, as Joya has mentioned. Depending on the product, you may have what we consider tax exempt withdrawals. You're able to pull monies from those permanent policies only. And there is some situations where they could be considered loans, especially with the old type, which is whole life. Later in the show, we're going to talk about the new revolution, the new products that are out here because everything changes with time. So
Okay.
life insurance, you guys, hasn't evolved. a lot of the Black communities, we know about whole life insurance. That was typically all that was marketed to us. Not that that was all that was available, but that's all we knew. And so in those cases, with most of those policies, there were limits. And if you borrowed against it, in some cases, the monies did have to be repaid. I won't speak of interest because interest varies depending on the company and the product. So there's a wide array of companies that sell different types of whole lives, and none of the interests have to be exactly the same. So it's a case by case scenario.
And from an aspect of a term, Venice,
I'm sorry, Joya.
from a term, when you pull that, when that
So
money is,
speaking from a term policy, when Joya, see, I want to tell you guys, living benefits, it's something that most people don't even know exists when you talk about temporary insurance.
Okay.
I'm going to piggyback off of Joya and throw a couple of nuggets to the audience. Temporary insurance, you guys, is for those temporary bills. When we talked about maybe the mother who couldn't afford to get something permanent because of her budget and her life situation at the time, we don't frown upon it. We help people where they're at. We meet their needs according to where they're at.
absolutely.
When you speak about the living benefits, that is considered a rider, just like we get flood insurance on our homeowners insurance in case of a flood. You don't typically expect to have a flood every year, or you're not looking for it. But just like that diagnosis that could come overnight, that rider will come in hand. It can be used for a number of things. No, that money does not have to be repaid. So we're one of our firm is one of many firms that offers temporary insurance, but we are very likely to be one of very few that have a living benefits rider attached or an option. It can go anywhere from 50% of the face amount up to 90% of the face amount. So we were speaking to the mother that had 500,000. 80% of that for her would be $400,000 that she would have access to. That could be major to make sure her kids' college is taken care of, to make sure that she has insurance on all of them and transfer the risk to someone else. So life insurance is a language, it's a conversation, and it should be customized to your family needs.
Okay.
Which is, mhm.
And you guys are able to do that by just talking with people to seeing what they want, um, and what benefits them the best, right?
Correct,
Yes.
absolutely. And which is
Okay.
why I pose that question when I sit down with each client. We have 6 point of concerns that we cover with our clients: burial expenses, uh, protecting assets. It's just not about final expenses and burial. So that's why that question is so important.
Wow.
Okay.
You know what?
So
I want to say something. I'm like the jokester of the crew. Joy, y'all work together, Joya?
We are business partners,
Okay.
absolutely.
So Joya's the one that kind of gives you the, she kind of, but she comes in like,
So yeah, let me give you a little background on that.
I'm sitting here like, ooh, I like the way she, excuse me, I like the way she is putting it. Go ahead, Joya.
Yeah. That's okay. Let me give you a little background on that. So Venice Ewing she is just a super awesome young lady. I have been in the business just a little bit over a year, and I contribute what I know to her and some of our other leaders that are with our firm. But she and I are very close. We're good friends. She's a powerhouse speaker. She's been in financial services for the last 20 years as a
wow.
mortgage originator. A mortgage loan originator, a realtor. She's a single mom of 3. So we can definitely relate in real life. And I just like I love the way she delivers the message, right? And so when I tell people that I've only been in the business over a year, they're like, oh my God. But I have awesome, awesome trainers and now business partners because they leveling me up, right? Like you and Amar McCarroll, that anytime I can call on and say, hey, it's time to team up. Let's help this
Yeah.
family.
Yeah. Then see that this is the benefits. Nini, I just put up Joya's website, so you can get all her information from the website. and they do impromptus every.
Every
Help me out, Joy.
Tuesday, it's
Every.
Tuesday evening, Central Time at 7 p.m. And we do them Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Central Time.
Mhm.
The link will be available for you, Nini, and anyone else that wants to get a little more in depth about the different types of policies. And this is just scratches the surface of what we educate the masses on people. You
Right.
know, it's Life Insurance Month, so I think it's Life Insurance Awareness Month. So I think
Mhm.
it's important we focus on that. But there's so much more.
Okay, yeah, and
Um,
so I just pasted that information on both the site and here on the live chat, so you guys have access to um that that
Info.
Zoom call, and it's a lot of great information, man. It's really good. And again, every Tuesday and Saturday, right, Joya?
Every Tuesday and Saturday. Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 10 a.m. So we have some time available for our working folks and the ones that's off on the weekend. And guess what, people? You know, you reach out to me. You reach out to Venice. We do 101s. She's in her car right now. We're not opposed to pulling over if someone calls and say, I need some information, I need your help.
Yes.
Let me
Yeah,
pull over. You
yeah.
know,
See,
so that's what we do. We're 24/7.
and
Yes.
that's what I noticed. Look, this was something we we had Joy on before. Joy said she's going to back and bring some of her people on, and Venice is one of her peoples. And guess what? I look, the way that you put these, you broke it down so people can understand. And but
Exactly.
there's so much information that you guys have in different products, that it behooves people to come to that Zoom call and hear what other options that you have. Now, I have a question. Let me see where we're at in the show. Where we're at? Okay, so we're at 8:30. I have another question. Is there any more that we can speak on before I go to this next question on life insurance?
Yeah,
Uh,
I would just like to just elaborate a little bit on the permanent insurance because I didn't
mhm,
really get into detail with that. But
okay,
with the permanent insurance, you guys have the option of four different type of insurances. There's a universal life, there's a variable universal life, there's the traditional whole life that we all know of, and then there's our flagship product that we promote heavily, which is our index universal life policy. And we're going to get more in depth about that policy a little bit later in the show.
okay. So let's go ahead and knock that out. The universal index pro. We shared a video to each other, and I shared at the beginning of the show with Waka Flocka. Right, Waka Flocka has life insurance. He invested
Yes.
I
three
share it
million
all
dollars.
the time.
Yeah, he shared. Well, he invested $3 million in his opened up an account of life insurance with $3 million, and he says that he borrows from that whenever he wants. Could you guys explain what type
Yeah.
of insurance he had in order to do that? And do you have to have $3 million to do what he's doing, or can you know what I mean? Can you put in $20,000 and do what he's doing? You guys explain that to us.
Yes.
Okay, take it away, B.
Here we go.
So what you're speaking about, Troy, is what we consider. You're gonna hear it two different ways in the world. You may hear some people say it's the family banking strategy. You may hear some other people say it's the infinite banking concept. Both the same. And so before we go into it, I want to share something with you guys that most people, we've heard of these success stories, right? We all know the three stories I'm going to bring to light. We know all about the businesses. But what we don't know is that those businesses were able to open and thrive due to having a family banking strategy. And it simply means that cash value within life insurance policies help the first person, which is in 1955. We all know about the great Disney World, right?
Mhm.
But what we don't know is that while Disney was able to start the first park off through his cash value life insurance, it was an investment that he borrowed from himself, like Waka Flocka says, but he did not have to pay that money back. The benefit of having that is because most people do not understand that cash that grows with inside of a life insurance vehicle is tax exempt or tax advantage or tax never.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Tax
I
now,
like that.
tax
I like
later,
that tax.
tax
I like
never.
that. I like the tax never.
That's
Yeah.
I really like that concept. So again, that's now this is you don't have to be a Waka Flocka and you don't have to be a
Not at all.
business to do
Three
these
hundred
type of things.
thousand, $300.
So let me tell you, when Joya said that this is our flagship product, our firm was the first company to bring index universal life policies to the United States.
Mm.
You guys will learn more about Joya if you contact with her. You just look at her card and her webpage. You'll know exactly what firm she represents. But the second success story, Troy and Drummer, I want you guys to know, we all know the great McDonald's, right?
Mhm.
Ray Kroc. He started his first McDonald's real estate because McDonald's was not about the burger itself. It was about the property, the land.
Mm.
If you guys ever walk into a McDonald's is not signature for their food. Every McDonald's has a system. They're all set up the same way. The fry machine is in the same position. The shake machine is in the same position. The registers are sitting in the same position.
Absolutely.
The idea is he started with his cash value life insurance. And so we love speaking these stories because look how long these businesses have thrived, and they started off without any debt. They didn't owe anyone, okay? The third one I'm going to speak about, we know him as James Cash Penny, J.C. Penney's.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Okay.
I was waiting for someone to say something.
I was like, James
So
Cash
Mr.
Penny.
Penny, Troy, through the Great Depression, he started his first couple of stores. A few years after being in business, the Great Depression hit him. He wasn't able to buy inventory, and it got so hard for him during that time that he wasn't able to pay his employees. Salaries got really skimmed for him. So what did he do? He was educated enough to know that he had some cash within his life insurance policies. So he tapped into two policies that he had from years, decades, and was able to thrive through that hardship. He was able to not only pay his employers, he was also able to get more inventory. And he was able to open up several stores behind the Great Depression due to him being able to outlive that storm. And so we speak of these stories because we all know of all the restaurants and the stores. The thing is, what we don't know is that every business in the world that is known as a multi-billionaire business did not start by them having to go to the bank.
Yeah. See
And so
that's
I had to bring that to light because I want you guys to understand the family banking strategy that Waka Flocka talks about. It's a strategy that's used through the index market. The reason being is because the index market has a special code, and I want everyone to write this RIS code down. It was one of the slides, I believe, IRS code 7702. It would explain to you everything that Waka Flocka and many other celebrities and rappers, they are now getting more educated. They're tired of losing money, you guys. So now they're understanding that there is somewhere that the wealthy people have been knowing about forever, where you can start off investing in yourself. So family banking, I want you guys to know 3 reasons why it's very lucrative and very, very important. If you are someone who loves putting your money in the bank, I want you to take note of this. It's called the fractional reserve banking concept. Banks are not in business to hold every dollar that you actually put in.
You're spending your money.
You got it, Troy. So what they do is they're only obligated to have a proportion of your money liquid. The rest of your money is considered assets to that banking institution. What do you guys think they loan the loans from?
Our money.
So I had another one. Soldier Boy is a rapper. It's all over Instagram. He says, I put in $100,000 a year ago. I need my money. He went into the bank. They gave him 30 grand. That's all they had liquid for him. He had to wait days for his money that he initially invested into the bank. Why
Wow.
is it he wasn't able to go and close that account at his leisure? Why is it he wasn't able to get half of his monies? He was able to get 30% and had to wait a number of days in order for them to draw up the other 70,000. Well, guess what, you guys? It's legal.
Mm.
So
Yeah, it's
listen to this. What if your family wanted to create generational wealth? Family banking strategy started with the wealthy. It was either the parents or the grandparents that wanted to transfer the wealth to the kids that they have never met yet. They were never born. They were Jane Does and John X's. But they wanted to do something to preserve their family's wealth. They wanted to protect their assets. They wanted to transfer the risk of all that they built to their heirs. And guess how they did it? By way of life insurance. And the biggest reason why, to eliminate our great Uncle Sam. I don't care if you guys like him or don't. He's our adopted uncle, and everybody owes him something.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, let me get to this. Art had a question of what we're talking about. He says, with this program that you're talking about, borrowing money against it, does that plan build value back up over time, or is the overall value reduced forever?
Great
What's his
question,
question?
Art.
Good question. All right.
Art, that was an awesome question. And over time, as long as you don't withdraw all of the accumulation, it continues to grow.
Absolutely.
Let me throw you guys something else. Not only will it continue to grow, you're able to also list your family as beneficiaries. This is another piece. Because it is a life insurance vehicle, guess what else is attached? A face amount, a death benefit.
Okay.
So
And that
there's a
would be the,
bonus to that, Troy and Art. You're going to have a life insurance portion to give to your heirs in the case of unexpected death too soon. And whatever cash has accumulated, if you haven't touched it, there are vehicles and products where your family receives both.
Wow.
Yeah.
So let me tell you guys, I don't want to talk about interest rates, but I know someone is probably curious.
right.
If I can tell you that these products can range anywhere between 7 and possibly 20 to 22% as a rate of return, there's vehicles out here that can produce those numbers annually.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Say that again. Please repeat that.
Repeat that.
So there are vehicles in the life insurance industry that can yield you a rate of return, or as most people say, an interest, monies on your dollar, anywhere minimum from 7% up to about 22%. Different companies, different interests, and that's where me and Joya will go to work. We do the legwork for our clients. We don't have you guys shop around. We are a one-stop shop. We have access to over 150 different companies because we're a brokerage. So what we do is customize these plans to fit your needs.
Absolutely.
Waka Flocka said he closed all of his bank accounts. He stopped using his credit cards because what he understood was if he didn't pay those limits down, he was paying more in interest against his monies versus what he actually used. So it's a catch-22.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so like as a businessman, what Waka Flocka was doing was taking all of his money, investing it into himself, but also getting a return. Am I correct? Getting a
You got
percentage
it.
return on the
Absolutely.
money that he has invested. So if he does borrow the money out, he can either buy well, he put it in 3 million. So if he does take the money out, he can take out the interest without being taxed. How does that work?
Yeah.
Can like
So yes,
let's say somebody puts in, I don't know, $40,000. 2 years later, 20%, could be, just theoretically speaking, 20% return on that money. You could take that interest out and still not touch the principal. Is that making sense?
so the principal is actually not, we don't like to use the term principal because people think
Okay.
loans. So we
Mm-hmm.
say death benefit because when you say death
Ah.
benefit, they relate it to life insurance and you don't borrow against the death benefit.
Oh, here's another good question Art has. Art says, how secure are these programs?
And who
Who
back?
backs them?
Art, I'm gonna tell you, they're so secure that The government don't want you to be educated on them. That's where all their money is at, and they don't want the world to know about it.
Wow.
That's the most straightforward answer I can give you. We own that space. We love what we do, but there's not many companies that can be on the platform with me and Joya because I won't give a number, but there's very few insurance companies or brokers that can tap into the index market only due to the restrictions of the United States. See, we're owned by a bigger company that is from the Netherlands. Our partnership company is Aegon.
Okay. So do your homework. Aegon, this is their partner company. Art's rolling them off here. He says,
Yeah, he is. I
uh,
love it, Art. Keep them
would,
coming.
wouldn't the return actually be a dividend? Is his question?
No, it's not. And I want to give them another, I want to piggyback to the last question. So when
Okay.
you said you put the $40,000 in, if you did have a product that was yielding somewhere like 20% interest, I have to be very clear when I say this. This is not a gamble. This is not something where you can dump money in and take it right back out. There is some restrictions. Every company has their bylaws on how long they'll need the money to actually be invested. I want you guys to learn a little bit more about compounding interest. Compounding interest will take time for that money to double. So you have to be patient. It's kind of like a longevity type of plan. The reason Waka Flocka was probably able to borrow immediately is because of the amount that he put in. It's
Mhm.
called an overfund account. So once he understood it, I'm sure he probably didn't start at that amount. But once he understood how it operated, he had no hesitation on making his family basically more wealthy overnight. And this is the other piece. He's able to list beneficiaries. So if he's not able to be here and access those pots, his family definitely has hands on it. You can list as many beneficiaries as you'll like, as long as it equals 100%. That may be 100 people getting 1%. That's his choice.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So Nini says she has a question. Can you also do no CVS policies? I don't know what those are.
Yeah.
What she said, do we do CPS policies?
CV,
CVS.
yeah, CVS, CVS.
Nene, is that a
So
typo? Come back with it again, Nene, please.
So let me tell you, CDs are a product that's offered by the bank.
okay,
Oh, that's what she's trying to say. Okay.
I don't
We
okay,
are a company, Nini, that is strictly into wealth building. We do offer annuities. We offer, of course, life insurance. We can do Roth accounts, 529 plans. And so we are the company where you'll look at as an investment firm, but on a higher tier when you're talking about creating generational wealth, longevity, not in today, out tomorrow, as if you can when you walk into the bank. I want to say something else too, because Nini brought that up. I need you guys to know right now what your checking and savings accounts are returning to you as a rate of return. Something else that you need to pay attention to. Wherever your monies are invested, whether it's your 401k, if it's your 457 plan because you're a government or a community service rep, or what if you're a teacher here in Illinois, that's the 403b plans. If your money is not working against inflation, you are losing money every day. I want you guys to know inflation rose to double digits. If you guys are not aware of inflation, if your money is not matching inflation, you're losing money every day, every hour.
Which is about 11.1% right now.
wow,
So
And,
geez,
just think
and
about that.
rising. And rising, people.
yeah, yeah. The Fed just rose it. What was that last week? And they're planning on even rising it even more.
Absolutely.
Um,
Yes.
so yeah, so again, to stay ahead of inflation, what would be some great things for people to do? Can you kind of explain that
What can you
over
do
again?
to get from behind that?
Well, one of those things will be do what you can to increase your cash flow. Add as many additional streams of cash
Revenue.
to your portfolio as you can. If you're employed, and I think I talked about this in the last show, and you get your annual raise, that's generally at a max of 2%. So if you're a great saver and you have money, discretionary money, then you put it into one of those policies Venice just explained to you so that you can then compound and grow your money. So that's one way. That's another way, I'm sorry. You can do
Another way, Joya, I'll add to it. Another way I would say would be think about sitting down with someone like us. Everyone needs a coach. So why don't we have a money coach?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When you're in trouble legally, you need an attorney, right?
Mhm.
When you come up with an illness and something's not right, you go to your doctor.
Mm-hmm.
When your money isn't right, you guys, and you're sinking, it's not that you don't know, but you won't know what you don't ask. And I always encourage my family, my friends, my community, ask the questions. See, I love what I do because I love to make it simple. In real estate, it's not hard, but you have to understand the plans and the programs. When I
Mhm.
started writing mortgages, it's not hard to obtain a mortgage, but there are steps to everything. You have to understand the steps, the system.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go accordingly with your life and your retirement and the proper life insurance. You need to know your steps. It's not something we can squeeze everyone into one or two boxes.
Right.
Life insurance should be customized. I'm going to ask a disturbing question, and I want everyone to take this serious because I don't play around with life insurance because most of our community is underinsured.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have enough.
Mhm.
Or
So
Yeah,
let
none
me
at
like
ask
all.
you
Or
guys.
none at all.
None at
yeah,
all.
like Sean said, she's, one of our viewers. Sean said, "I needed y'all in my life 25 years ago."
It's not
Excellent,
too late.
excellent information. So yeah, it's not too late, Sean.
Let me give y'all a triple hand.
Okay.
Not only is it not too late, Sean, but this is the catch. Who's in Sean's life where it's not too late?
Yeah.
Right.
Where are those babies?
And
Where's
Mhm.
he's
those
not a
young
baby.
adults?
I got
Where
two.
are your children, your grandchildren? It's not too late for the next generations, you guys. And that's the shift that me and Joya is on a mission with. We
Yep.
have to teach the younger people behind us to do better. We
Right.
have to show them the things that we didn't know. See, it's great information, but I get so frustrated because it's not great information if we don't share it and bring the younger people to the table. See, you can only break a cycle, you can only break a
Break
generational
generational
curse
cycles. Yes.
by implementing a change. And so
Right.
that's why we make it. Let us make it easy. I love having these conversations because
Mm-hmm.
it's an easy language. I'll do all the studying and the homework. But by the time I'm a bridge to my community, it's a simple conversation because long as I understand, my job is to make you understand.
And no
I
Right.
don't
doubt.
need you to be figuring it out. I know how it works and what it needs. And I tell people, ask the right questions because this was my question. If you left out for work in the morning and you didn't return home due to a tragic accident, whatever, who is depending on your money every day? Who do you take care of? Who pays the mortgage? Who
Right.
pays the car note? Who gets the kids to school? Who goes to the grocery store? And when you think about that, I have a 7-year-old as the youngest. For the next 11 years, if I left this world tomorrow, do I have enough life insurance for someone to step in and take care of my baby girl for the next 11 years? Do your due diligence now. $50,000 will not be enough.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Absolutely.
and that's the reason we came up with this platform is because this information is like
Right.
it's foreign to our communities, right? And we definitely need to have this out here. And we do appreciate you ladies coming on
Man.
and talking about this. And again, every Tuesday and every Saturday, these ladies are on Zoom, and you can go to that Zoom and hear more about this and more about what they're doing. So if you have life insurance and you have life insurance questions, you go on the Zoom. Not only that, but you could learn to do what they're doing, and it helps the community. It helps it
Absolutely.
helps everybody.
My wife
So
gets a call. She loves it. She loves it.
That's
yeah,
great. You know, they say knowledge is power. Applied knowledge is where the real power is.
mhm,
Everybody on this podcast tonight, everybody that's listening to Venice, just rock this information and get it to you. Anything that I have put out, any stories I've told that you can relate to, reach out to us. Apply the knowledge that you're learning tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And the
I'm a,
thing is, share this. Go ahead and share this. If you have family members who need this information, well, you know that this broadcast will be both up on Facebook and YouTube. Go to the link, share it to your family members. Hey, here's a great video or discussion on building family wealth,
we can
family banking, life insurance, and all of these things are foreign to our communities. We need to get this information out, and these two queens are helping us do that. So make sure you share, go to their live. If you need any information about them or how to get in contact with them, Nini says, my apologies due to health reasons. Social Security stated I can't have CVS policies, which is a no cash value policy, because they consider that a form of income.
So
I love it, Queen Joya. You said knowledge is power. Thank you, Nini, for applying. And uh,
you're
I'm pretty
very
sure you
welcome.
guys have if she reaches out to you guys can basically help her.
Oh, no if. I'm there, you guys. Again, we don't have office hours. We work 24/7.
Troy,
This
put
is
that
this
info
is
up again.
personal. Pardon me?
I'm sorry, I was saying Troy to put your info up again. I
Oh,
have
okay.
my info because my wife is on it.
No, this obviously is a business that we're in, but it's personal for us. Venice mentioned earlier about breaking generational curses. It's time. It's time, people. Time has
Mhm.
passed, actually. So the best thing you can do when you get off this podcast, other than putting a plan together for yourself and getting in contact with one of us, is tell the next person. Make
Mhm.
sure you make it mandatory in your home that your kids understand how you pay the mortgage. How much is it? How do you get
Mhm.
that? What is your educate? We have to educate each other. And so I get it a lot of times to say, what do you sell? And I said, well, I don't sell anything. However, I educate, but I can definitely help you facilitate any of your needs per the information that I've laid out for you today. And
Right.
so we're educators, we're financial coaches.
Wow.
So I've put up as these financial coaches, very knowledgeable on these things. And again, it's financial literacy, something that's very, very important, especially in our community, because this is knowledge that you know it's not taught. You got to research this stuff, and that's what we have Venice and Joya for. So again, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. This is Central Standard Time, and Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, I believe. The link
Yes,
is there. You click that, and you can join in and hear more about the amazing things that they're doing. And if you've got questions on policies that you already have, well, you might want to bring those questions up to these ladies, because like they said, they're coaches. They're not trying to sell you anything. They're coaches. They want you to do better. There's more information out there. Some of these insurance companies just want your money and are not going to look out for your best interest. But
Yes.
these two lovely ladies are looking out for your best interests. You may, like they said, they were talking about the Ross 401ks. Your 401k, Joya said last time, it might be time to cash in on that, but Uncle Sam's going to take his cut. Maybe they have some way that you could reinvest that 401k in something else
absolutely.
that you don't get that big Uncle Sam knocking on your door. So
Absolutely. And we have an awesome team. You guys join the Zoom. You'll get to meet all the leaders on the team. Venice and I are just a fraction of the team that's out here hitting the concrete. We try to get people from where they are to where they want to be. And when that's done, our job is done.
yep.
And I
So
want to
all the
say, you guys may not be in Illinois where we are, but
Yes.
Zoom is everywhere. So don't
Mhm.
ever fret because you're not in our state. We do a lot by Zoom. Due to the pandemic, we've become the number one financial company in the industry digitally. So we own the digital space. We are in all 50 states, Puerto Rico, and Canada. So you guys, I do more Zooms than I could ever imagine. So don't ever think that you're too far away for us to meet you. Get on the Zoom and let's get to work.
And,
there
and
we
I'm
go.
very hands on. And Venice and I both have over 7 to 8 licenses in different states, I will catch a flight to do a
Okay.
presentation for a family. I've done it several times back and forth to Georgia. So I'm like the in your face person. So I'm not opposed to Zoom, people. I'm there for you, but I'll come to you too.
Okay, so I got a question. What about Troy? Go ahead and do it. Because I'm
Okay.
at the same time. What about pensions? You guys do stuff with pensions too?
We do.
Okay, good. Then
So
I know who to talk to.
anything financially, when it comes to any avenue, we can give you some insight. We do free policy reviews, drummer. We do free we call it a financial need analysis. I know before Joya may have mentioned that. It's actually your financial blueprint. We do these 6 steps. We cover 6 areas. That allows us to know a little bit more about you, your spending habits, and all of your numbers. Once we put that product tool in the system, it creates a portfolio of graphs and numbers. And it tells us if you have a shortage on life insurance, all due to what it is you need. What is your retirement age? What is the amount that you may need monthly? And so it's very customized. But I tell people, retirement is not an age, you guys. The world has made it to where we think we have to hit an age.
It's a number.
Retirement is a number. I have some 21-year-olds I'm working with. Guess what? They want to retire at 30. I'm going to retire at 50. I have 8 years to go. Retirement is a number. When you reach that number, you can walk away.
You know what? I retired at 49.
Awesome.
Come on.
And
Awesome.
it wasn't because I was rich. I had plans, but unfortunately, health reasons kind of halted that for about 4 or 5 years. So there's some things I had to do, but I wish I had you guys 5 years ago, but that's okay because I'm still good. So I still talk to you.
Sheree?
Yeah, we have some long-term care options for you. I know that, I mean, I love my kids. I'm sure there's some little chips over the years of me raising them and pissing them off, excuse my French. However, any event that I need to, be somewhat taken care of, I want to pick and choose where I go. I don't want to be put in a nursing home because it's affordable.
Because you have to.
Yeah, So long-term care is important, and that's another one of those riders that we referred to earlier in the segment. So, we can talk about just one subject for hours, but you get on a Zoom that's on Tuesday at 7 p.m. every week, Central Time, and Saturday 10 a.m. every week, and we touch on all these subjects and give you an overview of everything.
Yeah. Like Sheree, did you hear that, Sheree? Sheree said, I need help with budgeting. Bad. And
I love it.
I'm sorry, and let me just say that financial need analysis that Venice spoke on, most financial institutions, they charge anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 for that. And in most cases, if you're not at a certain income level, then they won't even sit down with you after they've already taken your $1,500 or $2,000. So we do it for the free $99 because we're educators.
You know what? We about to blow
See,
it.
I'm a jokester too, right?
Here because I, off the top of my head, could think of like 15 people who really need y'all help, and I'm one of them 15.
Yeah. We operate with integrity. We are licensed, so you can definitely be comfortable with sharing that information with us. And like she said, we'll put it in the system and we'll come up with a plan.
Sheree says she likes the free 99.
$3.99.
So all the information again will be on the Facebook pages on this video, so you can just share this, go scroll through the comments, and if you want it, reach out to either drummer Sharif or I, and we will get that information to you. But again, we thank you, ladies, for coming on and giving us this information. We're a little bit over our time, but I think this is so vitally important.
Man, it's overly important.
Yeah, overly
I want to say hi to Sharif. How rude. I've been giving Troy and Drummer have been riding our coattails, Sharif. Nice meeting you. We appreciate you. I just had to speak because you've been so quiet taking all those notes.
Well, Sharif is
I'm over here trying to ask them questions, but everything was flowing so fast and smooth.
Go ahead with your questions. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. You got a question?
No, well, I wanted to say how often did you change the wheel?
How often do you change your will?
So I'm gonna say this. We are huge on trust.
Hmm.
Wills are important. But if you own property and if you own valuables of over $100,000, you may want to think about a trust.
Exactly.
You may want to change that trust according to if the person executor is going to be changed. If you acquired more and you need to add it to it, you change that trust or that will accordingly to you. There's no answer to that. A new child has been born. I got a grandchild now. You have to change it accordingly because guess what? What's not listed won't be considered. And so there's no answer to that, Sharif. It's definitely um depending on the family. It's dependent on you.
Yes, and it can become costly for that change if you do it every time somebody makes you mad. So who saw first though, Sharif?
What's the other
I
one?
have one more last question, and I wanted to ask, which one is better to have in life insurance or pre-planned paid funeral?
Both. Whatever fits your
Or
need,
both.
Sharif,
Or
or your
both.
goal. Yeah, definitely both.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say this real quickly. My grandparents, born in the 30s, they bought plots. They bought everybody's sites. They
Yeah.
had life insurance for $10,000 on all of the children and the grandchildren, which came up to like 16 of us. Well, guess what? It was so old. There's this thing now called open and close. Just because you pre-plan and prepay, it does not include all of the costs due to the world. And so back then in the 80s, Sharif, open and close was like $300.
Wow.
Well, now it's like $2,000, 22,
Yeah.
25, some 35, 4,500.
Minimum two grand.
So guess what? If you did that now, 20 years from now, due to the evolution of the world, you can plan to prepay, but
So
it
you still
doesn't mean
owe
it's going to be covered in
1,700.
time.
You'd still owe 1,700
You got
based
me?
on that. Yeah. So
And we
wow.
found that out with my grandfather. Had been paid since 84.
Mm.
He just passed in 2018. We had to come up with $1,800 because what they planned for then, the cost was not the same.
Exactly.
Wow.
And just remember, Sharif, life insurance is just not about final expenses. So that's why having both is important.
Wait, say that in because he's hearing.
Yeah, I was trying to. So life insurance is just not about final expenses. Okay. We can create avenues and vehicles that you can use your life insurance while you're here. And if you choose to pay ahead and pay everything up front, that's certainly your choice to do.
Okay. Great. Well, again, we thank you, ladies. We're going to do this again next month. What we want to do is, like we did before, is kind of promote this because I think this information is vital for our community. It's vital for everybody, and
Yes.
so I would really like to do this next month, and maybe we can come up with another topic other than life insurance that you ladies could talk about,
Right.
And get that information out to the masses. And again, if you guys are out there, Cherie, Miss Barnes, Miss Jones,
Thank you,
everybody
Sherry.
that's watching, Sherry, Sean, Shelly Johnson, Nene, Art Ryan, all you guys that are out
Yes.
there, make sure you share this video if some people that may have questions about this or are looking to build wealth. So, and then also the information, Joya's information is out there too. Copy and paste that, send it via, email, text. There's so many ways to get it out there. It's just so easy. Just go ahead and do that.
Now wait a
And then
minute. Be quiet for a second because now I need to talk. Now everybody who's watching, it's my 55th birthday Saturday. So
Ah.
Virgo love, man's with the 7.
Libra, I'll be 55. Double nickel.
Double nickel.
I know that.
Happy birthday, brother.
Thank
Well,
you.
we gotta get a flight. We gotta get a flight.
I just thought I'd get that in because we about to go off the show, and Troy, you know, once it get past 9 o'clock, Troy got stuff to do. He got to go.
Happy
I
birthday.
got things to do.
Thank you, everyone.
But happy
Thank
birthday,
you,
drummer
Shirley.
man.
Yeah.
Thank you,
for
Troy.
coming out.
Thank you.
I guess I'll see you next month on the screen, but I definitely will be tuning in.
Excellent.
Okay.
Yes, it was our pleasure.
Thank you,
information, guys.
great information. Joya Turner, Venice Ewing. Thank you so much for all that information. And again, it can be replayed and sent out. It is now archived.
All
Forever.
right. Thanks, V.
Thank you.
All right,
You
thank
guys
you,
have a blessed night.
All
Take care.
righty.
Last night
You
too. Thank you very much.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Yeah. Thank you.
Nene says, thanks all so much. Oh. Nene says, thank you all so much. It was a wonderful. Elfie, please send me the Queen's info. Happy birthday, 55. I'm still going.
I got you.
Terry said, you ladies are awesome. We'll make sure we let them know. And again, if you guys share this video, share her information. If anybody wants to get that information out. So I guess it's that time, Sharif.
Share. Go ahead, Sharif.
Yep. I want to say thank you for watching us and then about television with the 50 just with the about life insurance. Thank you. I'm getting ready to see you guys next week. Peace.
Episode 7 next week.
Next week.
We're in a lot of trouble because less than 3% of you people read books. Listen to me. Television is not the truth. Television is a goddamn amusement park. Television is a circus, a carnival, a traveling troupe of acrobats, storytellers, dancers, singers, jugglers, sideshow freaks, lion tamers, and football players. We'll tell you anything you want to hear. We lie like hell. We'll tell you any shit you want to hear. We deal in illusions, man. None of it is true. You're beginning to believe the illusions. This is mass madness, you maniac. In God's name, you people are the real thing. We